Participants are muted.
Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling super good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali, and we're here to help you make more money with your business. So if you're an entrepreneur or you are a servant leader, you are in the right place at the right time. Sometimes we work on mindset, sometimes we focus on skill set, sometimes we focus on heart set. But the whole idea is that you're going to pick up a jewel every single morning that can help you grow as an entrepreneur or a servant leader. Every Monday, we focus on mindset because we believe you have to be more before you'll do more and then have more, especially if it's going to be sustainable. TD Jakes has this prayer that he prays a lot that goes, Lord, please don't let my skills take me to a level that my character can't keep me. Right. So we want to do is form our philosophy. We want to form our character. And that's what Mindset Mondays are all about. And then you got Sales Tip Tuesdays, which is all about this idea that sales is a skill. And 9 times out of 10, you didn't learn it from your parents. You didn't learn it from elementary, middle, or high school. You didn't, a lot of times, learn it in college. It's not like you're going to be born with the knowledge. Where are we going to pick it up? We got to pick it up with intention. The man on top of the mountain didn't fall there. He had to climb, baby. So every Tuesday, we learn new techniques to get better at sales, to get better at influence, to start becoming more of a sovereign master of our own universe. This is what sales skills do for you. And then on Wednesdays, we focus on marketing, this whole idea that you've got to be attractive to the right audience. You got to combine the right message, the right medium, and then the right market. And then suddenly you'll become magnetic, right? So every Wednesday we focus on different marketing tips that'll either focus you on the right message, the right market, or the right medium. This past Wednesday we did a deep dive into referrals, right? And then every Thursday is leadership training. And then, of course, you got Fridays, which is where we are today, Free Coaching Friday, baby. So make sure you spread the word to another entrepreneur. Let them know that we are in the house because at the end of the day, we truly are here for you. So many people ask me, hey, how do I submit questions? You can either do them in the comments at times like this, or check it out. What you can do, millionaire, is you can subscribe to the newsletter. We have a newsletter called Entrepreneurishment that comes out each and every uh, Monday at 3:30 p.m. And people seem to really enjoy it. I hope you'll be one of them. But right now, I got a question for you. If what we offer is better, millionaires, and we know it is, right? What is the reason that people tell us no? What's the reason people tell us no? I want you to get this to me in the comments. I'm going to give you some choices. Check it out. Is it A, that they don't believe us? Is it B, they're sort of afraid of salespeople? Is it C, that we made a bad offer? Or is it D, we kept it a secret? Let me throw this on the screen. Which one y'all think it is? Our offer is dope. We know we got something people could use. It could solve their problem. Why do they tell us no? Do you think it's A, B, C, or D? Let me see it. Yeah, come on, young Coco. That's right. That's right. Um, what Chanel is referring to, if you see her type in not you and not yet, she's talking about the way I teach the 4 meanings of no. We always say that when they say no to you, a lot of times they ain't saying no like you think. They're just saying not you, not yet, I don't understand, or I don't think I can. That's why they're really saying no. They aren't saying no to you or no to the service or no to the product or no to the solution. They're saying no, meaning not you, because they don't understand really what you're saying. Not yet, because this ain't the right time for them. I don't think I can, because they don't quite get what it entails. Or I don't understand, just flat out. So that was good. Appreciate that, Queen. But my question to you is, your offer is dope. Why do they tell you no? I'm seeing a whole lot of people say B, afraid of salespeople. Tatiana said B. Randon said B. Okay. And what's up, Randon? Ain't seen you in a while, King. Kay said B. Miss Mandy said B. Okay, okay. Miss Connor said a lot of times they don't have enough information. Mark Arnold said B. I'm seeing a lot of B's. Chanel went with A. Chili went with B. Okay, what y'all think? What y'all think? Why do they tell us no? Why do they tell us no? I'm gonna tell you, man. I think a lot of you are right. There's actually no wrong answer, but I see a lot of you said B, and so I think that's a perfect segue into the first question for today. Somebody asked me, like, what would you say are the core skills that I need to build as an entrepreneur that runs a home-based business? And I feel like these are the core skills you need no matter what business you run when it comes to acquiring new customers. So everybody type these in. And what I want you to do is give them to me in the proper order. Everybody ready? So everybody give it to me. Presentation. Write that in your notes. This is a core skill. I'm going to give you 4 of them. Presentation. And then I want you to put these in order, y'all. We got presentation. We got closing, we got rapport, and we have icebreakers. I want you to put these in order for me. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Put these in order. These are the 4 core skills. Write these down, and I want you to put them in order. Somebody throw them in the comments in order for me. What do you think comes first, second, third, and fourth? Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. What comes first, second, third, and fourth? Give it to me. We said presentation is a core skill. Closing is a core skill. The idea of building rapport is a core skill. And then icebreakers is a core skill. Somebody give it to me. What is the proper order? What is the proper order? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm seeing we got a lot of millionaire minded in the house. We got a lot of millionaire minded. Okay, Technisha. Okay, Michael Douglas. Okay, Samaya. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Let's get it. Yeah, I see quite a few correct answers. Technisha gave it up the right way. Michael Douglas gave it up the right way. Samaya gave it up. Let's go. Let's go. Some of y'all was just scared. Some of y'all wouldn't even. Okay. Some of y'all was scared. Rapport, icebreaker. Come on, Jasmine. Come on, Pathworks. Pathworks official is in the house. Let's go. This is exactly right, y'all. Rapport comes first. What is rapport? Getting people to know, like, trust us, believe us. That's rapport. Millionaires, that's 80% of the sale. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Rapport is 80% of the sale. Somebody give it to me so it sears itself into your subconscious. Rapport is 80% of the sale. Icebreaker. The definition of an icebreaker is how you slip your business in a social conversation. You know, a lot of times you're kicking it with the cashier, you're kicking it with the person who's cutting your grass, you kicking it with your realtor, you kicking them, and you're like, dang, I talked to them about the weather. I talked to them about the game that happened last night. What do I say next to start talking business? Well, that's called an icebreaker. It's a skill. And a lot of times, once you get them with the icebreaker, y'all, closing kind of happens naturally. Am I making sense, y'all? Closing happens naturally. So we want to learn a good icebreaker. Then the third step is closing, right? That's right, Mark. Let's go. The third step is closing. And Mark kind of put him in, he spelled rapport wrong, but a lot of people do, but that is the right order. So if I give you a good icebreaker, a lot of times the closing happens naturally. And then that last skill is presentation. Now, where I would mess up in the beginning, y'all, yeah, Trish, where I would mess up in the beginning, y'all, is I would skip rapport and go straight to the presentation. No, 80% of this thing is rapport, y'all. Probably 12% of it is the icebreaker. And then 4% goes to the closing, 4% goes to the presentation. Is that crazy? 80% of it is rapport, y'all, because once they say yes, we on the same side of the table. That rapport and that icebreaker helped them say yes, and now they're on the same side of the table. Y'all have heard me say it before. I'll say it again. If I walk up to you and I'm the waiter in the restaurant and I'm like, man, do you love a good steak? And then you say, sir, we don't even eat steak. Why would I waste time presenting to you about how steak is prepared? That's what a lot of us do. We're wasting our time describing everything about the different restaurants in the area when I didn't even say I was hungry, right? If you can't close me on admitting I'm hungry, you're wasting your time talking about the restaurants. Am I making sense? And millionaires, I want to say something else. This is why you can't be replaced by AI. This is why they can't take you out with no artificial intelligence. This is why if you learn these skills, you got job security, baby. You have financial security because it's the skills that pay the bills. They can't replace you with a bot. They can't build rapport with artificial intelligence. Am I making sense? But the problem is most entrepreneurs don't want training so they can get better, right? They want hotter leads. They want more leads, right? They want pre-sold, pre-qualified, same way thinking, anxious to buy, would love to read a brochure prospects. Where are you supposed to get that, y'all? They don't want to do the hard work of building rapport, right? It's just like, watch my video. Oh, I hope this video does all the work for me. Do you know how crazy you sound? Millionaires, rapport is 80% of it. So out those 4 core skills, and I appreciate that question right there. They ask, what were the 4 skills? Somebody give it to me. It's rapport, then icebreaker, and then the close, and then the presentation. I love it. I love it. Everybody with me? All right. Okay. The next question that we got for today, is what are the questions which should be covered when you're onboarding a new client or you're onboarding a new teammate? I thought this was a really good one too. I actually talked about this a few weeks ago, but I'm going to go over it again because somebody asked, and this is really important because one of our affirmations is I get at least one new customer every day. So when you get a new customer, you get a new teammate, and you're in a home-based business. This one is for people that run home-based businesses, right? What should you cover? All right, here's the first one. I always try and say this to them. Like all businesses, there are going to be challenges. What do you plan to do when you hit your first challenge problem, right? Check it out. What do you plan to do when you hit your first challenger problem, right? Sometimes I might even ask them their goal first. And then I'm like, oh, your goal is 10,000 a month by this time next year. Let me ask you something. You ever made 10,000 a month before? They'll say no. And I'll be like, man, well, you can do it here. We can do it together. But check it out. What you going to do when it gets tough? What do you plan to do when you hit your first problem? Don't you think it's better they make the decision in advance, y'all? That's why we asking them this one first. Don't you think it's better if they make that decision in advance? It's better they understand this ain't a golden sliding board into a pile full of cash. It's important we manage their expectations and get them to make some decisions in advance. The second question I get them to ask is, check it out. Who's your best friend? Who's your best friend, right? Why? Because they already have great rapport. Remember, we just said 80% of the sale is rapport. Millionaires, they think exactly like their best friend. How do you know that, Mr. Ali? Because they're best friends. Plus, you don't want them to feel awkward while they watch us rise into the top and we never even gave them a chance to participate. Come on now. So if I ask them immediately who's their best friend, that's a big shot for me to double my volume or triple my volume. Am I making sense? Here's the third one I would cover. Do you understand? We're just gifting them another option for their lives. Do you understand that? And then I take them through something I call leaders versus needers, right? I say, hey, check it out. Is it possible that somebody could want something and not need it? And they'll think about it for a minute and they'll say, yeah, I guess that's possible. And I say, what about this? Is it possible somebody could need something and not want it? And then they'll say, yeah, I guess that's possible. Then I'll give them a story. I'll say, imagine I'm working at the job and my best friend at the job is overweight. As a matter of fact, they're massively overweight. They're probably about 500 pounds. I'm trying to get them to go jogging. Do they need to go jogging? Yeah. Do they want to go jogging? No. But then across the office, there's another guy. We ain't even that good of friends, but every time he comes in, he's, fresh from the gym. ripping off his headband because he ain't want the sweat to mess up the collar of his shirt and all of that. That's how he walks into the office every day. 180 pounds, looks like an athlete. Does that guy need to go jogging? Say no. Does he want to go jogging? You say, wow, yeah, he does it every day. See, if I go to my obese friend who doesn't want to go jogging and I show up and I'm ready to do a 3-way, I bring my personal trainer with me and I say, hey man, help me get them to come jogging with me. What is that going to make my 400-pound friend, 500-pound friend want to come jogging? No, he's even more irritated. Like, why do you have this guy talking to me? I don't want to go jogging. Okay. So I come the next day and I got a jogging magazine. Does that make my overweight friend want to come jogging with me? No. As a matter of fact, he's pissed off. He's like, why you bring me? I just told you I don't want to go jogging. Now, if you'd have offered me, donuts, or, if you said, hey, you want to take me to lunch, then now we talking. But I don't want to go. You understand? They don't want to go. They need it, but they don't want it. Over here, they want it, but they don't need it. This is most of your problem. Most of your problem is you keep going to people with your business opportunity because they need money. And you're hoping overnight, after they sign on a dotted line, give you their credit card information, pay a couple $100, you're suddenly going to turn this person that needs money, been needing money their whole adult life, into Elon freaking Musk or Richard freaking Branson. It's not going to happen. You keep going to needers, and what you need to do is go to leaders. You keep going to the people that need it but don't want it. But what you need to do is go to some of the people that want it and don't need it. Check it out. You need something done? Always ask a busy person. Don't you go to somebody who ain't got nothing to do and hope they suddenly going to become active and productive as a member of society. You want something done, you better go to somebody who's busy. You want somebody that already understands money, you better go to somebody that already understands money. You want somebody who already believes they can make $100,000 a month, you better go to somebody that's already making at least $100,000 a year. Come on now. Stop going to needers. They need to go to the gym, and start going to leaders that have already put it in their mind. They're going to lead themselves to the gym. You with me? Somebody say leaders are greater than needers. Somebody give it to me. Leaders are greater than needers. Somebody give it. So when I ask them, do you understand we're just gifting them an option for their lives? We don't know what problem they're having. We don't know what they're going through. Sometimes I tell you this story about following up with people. And I tell you about how if I call them when they're on their way to work, they like, nah, I'm not into it. But they get to work and find out half the office is being laid off. Whoa. Now, what was that thing you were talking about? Suddenly it's a perfect time. It's only a couple hours difference. But then a couple hours later, they find out, oh, they're in the part of the office that ain't going to get fired. Bad time to call again. But then a couple hours later, they find out if they're going to stay in that half of the office that ain't getting fired, they got to commute back and forth between New York and Chicago every single week. Suddenly, it's a good time for me to call again. You see that? In a couple hours, their buying temperature has gone up and down multiple times. My point is, that's in a day. What about in a week? What about in a month? My goodness. Just because they tell you no today does not mean they're going to tell you no tomorrow. Yesterday's response is not necessarily today's response. Do you hear me? Fat Joe voice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Check it out. Yesterday's response is not necessarily today's response. You have people you need to call today that if you'd have called them last month, they wouldn't have gave you the time of day. But right now, last night, they was just praying for something. And then here you are with the phone call. You hear me? So I ended off, I might say something like, are you going to be okay if they don't see the same value right away that we see? And then they think to themselves, I guess that would be okay. Now, what have I just done? I just immunized them against the negativity of the world. And then, like I just told Miss Kim yesterday, check it out. When they go off and experience exactly what I predicted they were going to experience, now their respect for me grows. Instead of plummets. Am I making sense, y'all? Now respect for me grows. They're like, this is just what she told me was going to happen. This is just what he told me was going to happen. Wow. You know what? I better start listening to them. They seem to really get it. They can save me some time. Wow. It's almost like you're parenting a newborn baby, but luckily, this ain't as hard as parenting a newborn baby. That's right, Chanel. Yesterday's response is not today's response. All right. Question number three. Question number three. Or this is four. I'm losing track a little bit. All right. What do I do when a cold prospect just wants a job? What am I supposed to say to them when they responded to my social media? Anybody ever had that happen? They respond to your ad or they respond to your post and they're like, oh, I thought this was a job. Anybody ever had that happen? What you supposed to say when they be like, yo, I just want a job? Do we ridicule them? Jobs are for suckers. You know what I mean? Jobs are for chumps. No, because that would take us out of rapport. They obviously don't agree with that, or they wouldn't have just told you that they're looking for a job. You see what I mean? All right. So what do we do? Rapport, rapport, rapport. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Rapport, rapport, rapport. Right? Technician like, yeah, I give it. It's a business opportunity, right? Damon Ivory done felt me. Kim Connor gets where I'm coming from. Check it out. Rapport, rapport, rapport. You always start with rapport. So if they tell me, oh, they just want a job, first thing I got to do is agree with them, baby. I start with agreement. Yeah, you definitely need a job. They're like, whoa, I like this person. They think like me, right? we're best friends. And then I might follow it up by saying, having no money is a problem. Oh my goodness, this person gets it. I like this person. Why? Because I said two facts in a row. That's a quick way to build rapport. I just say facts. Why do you think when you're making small talk, when you're standing at the crosswalk about to cross the street with the crowd, you're like, man, this weather is incredible, right? Because they got to agree if the weather's really incredible. You get what I mean? So you start with agreement. Yeah, you need a job. Having no money is a problem. And then you drop your, right? The problem is it takes so much time, background checks, interviews, right? Taking a job can take longer than we want. They're like, wow, he's making sense. Whoa, right? And then once rapport is established, we can start dropping different jewels that they'll listen to. We can start talking about how, the cool thing is to be learning and earning while we waiting on them to call us back. Now, all of a sudden, they're like, that does kind of make sense. But because we started with rapport, they're open to hearing about how they could be building and learning and earning while they're waiting. But it starts with rapport, millionaire. It starts with rapport. Do you hear me? Hope I'm making sense, y'all. Hope I'm making sense. All right. Question number four. I want a better reputation, Hazik. I feel like prospects ain't open-minded. I feel like I don't get respect. How do I build a better reputation? I happen to know this person, so I know what they're talking about. It's weird, you posting raunchy jokes or you posting, twerk queens exercising and stuff like that. You posting, you drinking on a Friday night, you getting drunk, your hair in rollers and bonnets, and you keeping it real with your audience, and now your reputation jacked up. I get it. How do you fix it? Well, let me ask you a question. Let me see it in the comments, y'all. Let me see it in the comments. Yo, do people like givers more or takers? What do people like more, givers or takers? Let me see it. What do people like more, y'all? Givers or takers? Givers or takers? Let me see it. What do you like more? Do you like givers more or do you like takers more? Yeah, of course. Of course. We all like givers more. What's a taker, y'all? What's a taker? What's a taker? People who only contact us when they want something from us, right? Anybody know any takers? Anybody know any takers? Let me tell you when you're being a taker. You do a bunch of cold text prospecting. You call in cold leads just out the blue. You're refusing to listen for problems when you're talking to them. You're being a taker. You want to present your opportunity before you give them an option. You're being a taker. What are some ways you can be a giver? What are some ways you can be a giver? You can send them helpful articles. Let me see it let me see it in the comments, matter of fact. Let me see some of your favorite ways to be a giver, right? I could recommend some resources. I could be a giver. I could change my reputation by freely sharing expertise. I could freely share tips. I did a training on being an authority where I even talked to you about being a micro expert. Okay, everybody's doing financial literacy, but what if you, Chanel, became an expert on couponing? Well, how do I do that? Damn, Google a couple articles on couponing. Google a couple things on secrets to being a better couponer. YouTube some stuff about budgeting using coupons. Best kept secrets and finding coupons. But now I'm a micro expert. Don't you know? I might not be able to know more than everybody on the mating habits of bees, but I could become a micro expert on the mating habits of the fuzzy bee that lives on Mount Kilimanjaro. Why? Because y'all never heard of it, and all I need is a couple facts, and I'm ahead of the whole room, baby. You could become a micro expert, and that'll change your reputation. What else can we do to be a giver, y'all? We can invite them to events. Yeah, Sharice, we can provide value. Yeah, Shayla, we can share different solutions to their problems. Yeah, Brenda, we could share videos. Check it out. You could share Good Morning Millionaire, couldn't you, Miss Lee? Yeah, Michael Douglas, you could send free info. You could send this morning call to them and you're going to change somebody's life. Yeah, coupon expert, it works. All right, so y'all get it. If y'all read Think and Grow Rich, y'all know the wooden stove story, where the guy's sitting in front of the stove and he's like, yo, if you give me some heat, then I'll put some wood in there. But in today's times, ain't nobody got a wood burning stove, so they might not get it. So what are some other examples you could use to explain this concept? You could talk to them about a garden. Got to plant seeds before a garden will grow. Hello. You got to serve before you deserve. Somebody give it to me in the comments. You got to serve before you deserve. Don't be a taker, be a giver. I could talk to you about bank account interest. You got to put money in the bank before you'll get interest. You see that? You got to be valuable before you become, you got to do something before something happens. You know what I mean? What about a degree as a doctor? You putting in all this work, all this studying, all this taking tests, all this clinicals, right? And then eventually you become a doctor. But they don't say be a doctor first and then, right? What about a relationship? If you aren't giving more than you are taking, you got me? You're not going to have very good relationships. You got to serve before you deserve. Let's go. Yeah, Damon said, if you're not sharing this broadcast and tagging people, you're being a taker. And the universe gives to the givers just like it takes from the takers. Somebody give me that in the comments. The universe has a perfect accounting system, y'all. It always gives to the givers just like it takes from the takers. But you like, I don't want to do it. I want a shortcut. I don't want to invest time or energy into people, Mr. Ali. What a taker. You sound like a taker. Here's the key to you growing your business. First, you listen for a problem. Oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to pitch my product. That takes too much time. You sound crazy. Second thing you want to do is find out if they want to fix the problem. I mean, dang, how hard is that? Oh, that's too much bother, man. That's too much chit chat. I ain't got time for chit chatting. I'm here to get the bag, right? I just want to pitch. You sound crazy, man. Third thing you're supposed to do, ask them if they'd like another option for fixing a problem. Oh, all this time wasting crap. Hazik, give me a secret. Give me a shortcut. I just want them to shut up and listen to me and watch this video. I'd rather them hurry up and be qualified and interested. You sound crazy. Do you see why we're needed, y'all? Do you see why we make the big bucks? The companies need us to create the rapport. You hear me? All right. This is the last one I got for you, and we out of here. It's time to go and hit up Instagram. It's time to do our affirmations, y'all. So go meet me over there on Instagram. The last one that I got time to answer, I think I already did 5. We'll call this a bonus. I might have lost track. What stops the prospects from feeling? What gets us all these objections from the prospects? And this is kind of like the same answer we already covered. But let me ask y'all, what do you think is it? Is it what stops them from wanting to do what it is we're asking them to do? Do you think it's they don't feel they can do it? Do you think it's skepticism about what we offer? Do you think it's like fear of what other people might think? Do you think it's that people don't want to invest their time? What do you think it is? Yeah, a lot of times it's time. That's right. A lot of times it's time. So what we can do is we can build rapport again. We can say, look, all your 24 hours is already taken. Now they're like, wow, this person gets me. You'll see this shoulders relax, everything, right? Because persuasion is more than data. Persuasion is about connecting through stories, through listening. So when I start telling them exactly how they feel, oof, it's a game changer. You're already using 24 hours. Every second is booked. You ain't never going to get more time. They're like, wow. So then I might hit them with this. So what? Let me ask you, what are you willing to give up so you can have the dream of a successful part-time business? See what I just did there? I subtly plugged a successful part-time business being a dream. All right, y'all. We out of here. Was this helpful? Drop some money bags if you got something out of this. Drop some money bags. Drop some money bags. All right, y'all. I'm going to meet y'all over here on Instagram. And remember, either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will just start to shrink to match your mind. Let's get it.